Let's compare the behaviors of good versus bad Scrum Masters. But first, we need to set the context. Who are these companies actually hiring? If you ask 10 different hiring managers what makes a good Scrum Master, I'm sure you'll get 10 different answers. Ask 10 employees of the same organization what makes a good Scrum Master, you'll most probably get 10 different answers. It's a complex role. Or accountability. It's not even a role now. As per the latest version of a Scrum Guide, it's an accountability. How do most people become a Scrum Master? They don't get hired as Scrum Masters. No, they transition to a role. Maybe they were a project manager, a delivery manager, a technical manager, and the company went into an agile transformation. Their role was no longer relevant. Their role was converted to the role of a Scrum Master. Some people get hired as new Scrum Masters. They do some certifications. They get some experience with working with a Scrum team, usually some technical people, and then they can get hired as a Scrum Master. The third one is junior Scrum Masters. Many companies hire a Scrum Master, someone fresh out of college, not even a developer. No technical knowledge of agility or Scrum. They are hired to play the role of a Scrum Master just to ensure that the Scrum events are being done, facilitate the Scrum events, take minutes of meetings, book meeting rooms, schedule meetings, all the things that we shouldn't do as a Scrum Master. These people do it because these companies don't really understand what a Scrum Master does. But that's fine. This scenario is still very rare. As per the latest version of the Scrum Guide, the Scrum Master, 2 accountabilities. First, implementing Scrum, ensuring that Scrum is implemented as per the latest version of the Scrum Guide. And second, ensuring that the team is effective. Do you think that a new, freshly out of college Scrum Master can do that with a team? Obviously not. Project manager can do that with a team? I don't think so. Even someone who did all the Agile Scrum certifications, no experience working with an actual Scrum team, can they do that effectively? Probably not. It takes years to become a good Scrum Master. And this is mostly due to difference number 1 between good and bad Scrum Master. A good Scrum Master cares about the people. A bad Scrum Master cares about the numbers. I would say that around 10% of what I do as a Scrum Master is actually Scrum, is actually agility, practices, mindsets, and all that. Now, 90% of what I would do is dealing with people, soft skills or people skills, something that you can't just learn like that. You can learn agility, you can learn Scrum, you can go to ChatGPT. I have a question around a particular scenario. I have an issue with a team. They are unable to decide what work in progress limit to place on their Scrum board. I can just ask ChatGPT based on my context, my specific details. I have a team of 9 people, 2 developers, 1 experience, 1 QA, 1 new developer. We've been working together. That's the velocity. I give all the input to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT what would be the ideal solution for me for this work in progress limit issue. And ChatGPT will tell me. I can use that. I can experiment with this answer. But what about soft skills? People skills takes years of practice. And good Scrum Masters use this skill to coach, mentor, teach product owners, the developers in the team, so that they can reach the next level. Yeah, that's your goal as a Scrum Master. Make your colleagues, your team members, unleash their potential. They should be effective without you. But bad Scrum Masters focus on the burn up, burn down, velocity. How can we increase the velocity? Metrics all around, which is good. But your main focus should be resolving conflicts, ensuring that people are working fine together, ensuring that people are growing, working at their full potential. They understand why they are doing it. Because if you get that, they will handle the metrics themselves. You don't need to intervene. Number 2, good Scrum Masters understand team maturity. Bad Scrum Masters are constantly telling the team what to do. The first thing I do when joining a team, I set a baseline. I tell the team to fill in a survey, an Agile maturity survey. You can watch this video right here. You need to set a baseline. Where are they in terms of mindset, in terms of following the Agile values, Agile principles, Agile practices, the Scrum framework? Where are they? Then once you fill in this survey, you can agree with the team on areas to improve, and you start working on that. improving these areas gradually. And maybe after 3 months, you can send the survey back again and see if there's an improvement or not. That's what good Scrum Masters do. Bad Scrum Masters don't care about that because their goal is never leaving the team. They don't want to leave the team. They don't want the team to be effective without them. They don't want the team to grow. No, they want to remain in the team and tell the team what to do. They resolve all the impediments. They are the only person who has access to editing Jira. They move all the user stories, all the tasks. They are assigning tasks to people. They are telling people what to do, how much points to take in the sprint, what to do in the sprint, how to get things completed in the sprint. They are the only person thinking for the team. They believe that they know more than all their team members. That's why they get to think. That's why they get to tell people what to do. Number 4, a good Scrum Master reads the room. A bad Scrum Master follows the Scrum Guide as per the book. This one might be controversial, but you can't always do what the Scrum Guide tells you because you need to read the room. You need to understand the context. You might have a difficult product owner, difficult developers, difficult stakeholders. You can't just say, because this book, this 14 pages book told me to do something, I need to do it. Understand your stakeholders. You must have empathy. Put yourself in the shoes of your developers, product owners, stakeholders. What do they want? What's in their mind? What is their current context so that you can resolve the issue? Let me give you a clear example. Maybe your stakeholders are not satisfied with what you are presenting in the sprint review. They would like to know who is doing what. Who is doing what in the team? Questioning the efficiency of the team, questioning the productivity of the team. What do? Most Scrum Masters would say no. No. We shouldn't be showing these metrics during the sprint review. All these metrics internal to the team. No. Stakeholders shouldn't care about these metrics. But yeah, that's the ideal scenario. But how do you move on to this ideal scenario? You can't just have a Scrum Master that tells the stakeholders, no, we won't be showing you that. That's a lack of transparency. Maybe you can explain to them why these metrics are not important. They might not believe you. Often they don't believe you. They'll just feel that you are hiding something. So show them these metrics. Why are you hiding things? And then something magical will happen. They will see the metrics. Most probably they won't understand the metrics. They might ask some questions. And that's it. That's it. In the next sprint review, maybe you'll show the metrics again. And at some point, they won't even care about these metrics because you are being transparent with them. You're not hiding anything. Then you can use this trust to direct them into the right path. The metrics that are important to the team. The value being delivered every single sprint. The releases delivered every single sprint. Customer satisfaction. These are the things that we should be showing in a sprint review to get the feedback of the stakeholders. But sometimes you can't just start with that, and bad Scrum Masters try to push through and start with that. No, be like water. Read the room. Give them what they want so that you can then gain their trust and direct them to the right path. Which brings me to my next point. If you want more tips, insights on Agile Scrum personal growth, click on the video that stands out the most on the screen right now, and I'll see you in a few seconds.